All right guys, here it is, the Segway GT3 Pro. In our previous video, we reviewed the Segway GT3. Tons of features on this thing. First thing we got here are these 11-inch self-sealing tubeless tires. And you'll notice we have a front hub motor as well as a rear hub motor. So this is definitely a street tread. You might be able to ride it off-road, but it probably will be slippery. Got the trademark Segway X over here. Front hydraulic suspension. You also have an adjusting knob, hydraulic disc brakes, a heavy-duty latching system. Here's a front integrated headlight, off, low beam, high beam. We also have turn signals. So here's the left turn signal. It also makes an audible sound. Right turn signal. And you also get the signals in the rear as well. Left rear turn signal. Up top, we have the standard Segway rubber grip. Here's what the brake levers look like. You will have to squeeze the lever the first time you turn the scooter on to initiate the ride modes. This is the signal switch, horn button. Really loud. This is where you change the headlight, so you dial down to change the headlight settings, and then all-wheel drive, you hold down the button to change into one-wheel drive mode or all-wheel drive mode. We got the boost over here, power button, right-hand half-twist throttle. Here's the center-mounted 2.4-inch TFT display. This is pretty much the standard display for all of the current Segway models. Latch for folding down the stem. Here's where the power port is located. So you lift that up, and then you have a waterproof cover, and it goes right in there. Here's what the deck looks like. Very wide, very grippy. The rear footrest over here, pretty strong. There's no way to kind of like grab the back, either from the footrest or from the frame itself. So not sure why they did that, but it is what it is. Inside of the deck, we have a UL certified 72 volt, 30 amp hour battery. So that's how this scooter can reach up to 50 miles per hour. Here's a look at the rear hydraulic disc brakes. Like I mentioned, it's a dual motor design. So together it has 1700 watts and 3500 watt peak power. And the rear taillight has brake functionality. So when you squeeze it, it gets brighter. And the frame is made from high strength steel. And the total weight of the Segway GT3 Pro is 117 pounds. All right, so let's talk about some of the features on the app. We're logged in, let's go to the dashboard. So pretty standard. This is very similar to the original GT3. You have all your stats right there in the dashboard. Let's go to settings. You have the locking function. So this is to keep your scooter secure. You'll either need a passcode or the app to unlock it. Abnormality alert, we could turn that on. Alarm sensitivity we'll keep at standard. It should start honking at us. So that is the abnormality alert. Very loud, very obnoxious. Okay. We have the Apple Find My feature. If you have an Apple device, auto power off, traction control, we keep that off. Because sometimes we ride this on the grass and if you keep TCS on, it'll kind of like stop the motors from rolling. Park on slope, we keep that off. You could choose the speed modes, right? Choose which ones to activate. Start speed, 0 miles per hour. Like I said, this is a true zero start. In the previous models, you had to hit the brake lever to disengage it. So that is a very welcome feature. Energy recovery, we keep it on weak. Brake priority, we also keep that off. Sound effects, light effects, you know, just these little features that really don't make a difference on how we ride, but you can customize it if you like. Charging limit, you could change that. If you want to lower it, you can preserve the life of the battery, because if you discharge it too low or charge it too high all the time, it actually depletes the life of the battery. Power off after folding, nice feature. Once you fold it down, it automatically shuts itself off so you don't accidentally throttle. And then other things like metric, dashboard settings, sleep mode, that kind of thing. And to fold the scooter, like I mentioned, we have a heavy duty latch over here. Pull this up, bring it down. Now there is a safety feature, so push the stem up. It kind of locks in, but you also have this extra step where you gotta push the latch to secure it. So make sure you do that. I remember on one of the rides, we didn't have that. We just kind of had it sitting like this, and that could be very, very bad if this thing loosens up on you at high speed. So make sure that this thing is bam, secured like that. You just fold it down like that. There's no way to latch it on anything as far as I could tell. So it just kind of sits like that. There's no real way to carry this thing. It is a heavy scooter. Again, dedicated storage, shed, garage with some kind of ramp because you do not want to be lifting this thing up and down stairs. So now that we've gone over all the features, let's take it out for its first ride.
3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Spinning that front tire off the launch. Oh yeah, already up to 40. Oh Jesus. Oh yeah, this thing rips. The dual 3,500 watt motors are going crazy. Yeah, it looks like it caps around 50 though. Woo! Speed wobbles! Alright, let's hit a U-turn and let's try it on the way back. Man, this thing rips. Yeah, what a refined scooter, man. This thing is awesome. It feels so good. Especially even at speed, like it feels really good. Alright, let's try one more time. Second test in 3, 2, 1. Try to lean a little more forward on that one, see if I can get a better launch. Ooh, yeah, this thing is fast. Oh, I can't see anything. Jesus, this thing is so fast. Oh man. All right. Good job, Segway. Oh.
All right, guys, first ride with the Segway GT3 Pro. We'll just get right into it. We'll start on eco mode and we'll do rear wheel drive only first. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, compared to the GT3, definitely a more robust scooter. Way more comfortable. The suspension, power to weight ratio, you can already feel is a lot better than the GT3. Very responsive. I'm pinning the throttle down and I'm hitting about 15 miles per hour on eco mode. Very easy to maneuver. A lot of cracks in this parking lot, but not too bad. Again, pinning down the throttle and only maxing out at 15 miles per hour. The deck feels really comfortable, very wide, very grippy. All right, let's go to sport mode now. Still in single motor drive. And yeah, really way more power off the line. Wow, this thing has tons of power. Yeah, compared to the GT3, this is really just a more robust setup. Let's do all-wheel drive now. Okay, all-wheel drive. Woo! Oh yeah, 27 miles per hour right off the line. Wow. Yeah, I mean, for a legit like commuter, something you could take on the streets that'll keep up with traffic, this thing is perfect. All right, now we're in race mode. And yeah, I gotta like kind of brace myself on the acceleration here. Woo! Oh yeah. Definitely a scooter for those with a lot of experience riding these things because so much power off the line. Oh my God. Woo! And this is like some pretty bumpy terrain. Might be hard to tell. But this, yeah, this parking lot is pretty jacked up. I guess we could try some off-road. Let's try going up this hill here. Ooh, and whoa. Almost slipped there. Traction control is off. And it's doing it, but you know, it's it's absorbing some of the shocks, but I can definitely feel it. It's vibrating a lot. Probably not great for off-road, but you can do it if you need to. Definitely can climb hills for sure, but if it's on a slippery surface like grass, just be careful, because I almost slipped out over there. Let's head back down. Going downhill. And back on the pavement. Woo! Oh yeah. Let's do a brake test. Maybe not go super fast, but fast enough to test the brakes. All right, 25 miles per hour. Very smooth.
So let's recap the specs. The Segway GT3 Pro features a high-strength steel frame and a futuristic design, but that also means it's a heavy scooter at 117 pounds. The integrated 14-watt headlight with high and low beams, rear tail light, and a full set of turn signals keep visibility high. A center-mounted 2.4-inch TFT display shows speed, battery, riding mode, and trip distance, and smart features on the Segway app add a high layer of customization and security. Power comes from dual motors rated at 1,700 watts and peaking at 3,500 watts. This pushes the scooter up to 50 miles per hour with plenty of torque for hills. The 72-volt, 30-amp-hour UL-certified battery delivers up to 86 miles of range in eco mode and closer to 31 miles in race mode. Traction control, hydraulic suspension, and 11-inch self-sealing tubeless tires provide stability and comfort, and the hydraulic disc brakes give stopping confidence, especially for the weight. It's an electric scooter built for serious speed and torque with smart integration baked in.
So quickly touching on the boost mode. What I noticed as when I was doing the top speed is I hit it, and I don't think it really made me go any faster top speed, but it did definitely increase the acceleration quite a bit. So yeah, it definitely made it accelerate faster, but again, not so much top speed. So I guess why would you use this? What would you use it for? Well, I guess you're in traffic and you need to pass someone, or there's a red light coming up and you're just trying to make it through while it's still yellow. So I guess that's pretty much all you'd really use it for, or maybe if you're like going up like a really steep hill or something, but I don't see you having much problem with how much power this thing has anyway. It's a very, very, very powerful scooter, even without the boost mode. But with the boost mode, yeah, it's literally untamable. It just is ridiculous. So yeah, the boost mode, insane. This thing is an absolute monster compared to the GT3, which is why it's the Pro. But yeah, I mean, I'm just in the rear, the single motor mode, so it's just the rear wheel, and it is crazy peppy. I mean, you can just zoom off. It's a very refined scooter, and it wheelies even, which is pretty insane for something this heavy, 72 volt, you know, all that good stuff. So let's kick it on over into two-wheel mode. Throw some rocks while it zooms off. Yeah, it's a very fast scooter. I mean, even at like 20 mile an hour, you floor it and it just breaks the tires loose. At least the front one. You can hear it, you know. It's yeah, it's fast. That was about 30 mile an hour. 30 mile an hour burnout. So let's try up this steep hill over here and see how it does, because it's a fairly steep one, and we're gonna go pretty slow. We don't necessarily have the right tires for it, but all right, here we go. Pretty steep hill. Let's give it a test. Oh yeah, like nothing. I mean, I hardly even had to get in any throttle. I was like maybe 10% throttle right there. And then off-road, yeah, I mean, the front tire is like useless. It just, in the dual mode, it just spins the tire like nothing. Take it off a curb. Oh yeah, suspension took that pretty good. It didn't bottom out or anything, so that's fairly solid. And yeah, I mean, what else can I say other than this thing hauls butt, and it is it's super refined. It's just a nice, good quality scooter. I was messing around with it and I was able to get some like okay wheelies in. Now I am not a wheelie god on the freaking scooters, but I mean, I'm able to get it to pull up pretty easy, and if I can get balance back down how I had it the other day, I should be able to get a pretty good wheelie across the parking lot here. So let's see what I got. One more. Here we go. That's it. Yeah, I mean, a wheelie is pretty dang good for a scooter. I mean, what can I say? I mean, I'm no wheelie god on the scooter, but I pop one up. And the brakes feel really good, and they feel like you can trust them. Ah! It's just so heavy. Once you get like off balance just a little bit, but yeah, I mean, shoo. I mean, it's pretty good. I think I get one more. I think I get one good one. Can't get a good one yet. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. The brakes work great. The power delivery is there, and that's just, you know, that's just rear wheel drive. That's it. That's all it needs. The wheeling on this compared to the GT3, it's a lot easier with the GT3 because you can just keep it floored the whole time and you just tap, tap, tap the brakes. But this, you're actually modulating the throttle. And the brakes are way touchier, going from the mechanical to the hydraulic disc brakes. So yeah, no, awesome. Love the scooter. Super fun to wheelie. Very fast, but it is very heavy. So keep that in mind.
The Segway GT3 Pro, yeah, quite an improvement from the GT3. When we launched that video, there were a lot of comments saying, why is this so underpowered? A lot of people were disappointed at the features, and I think they wanted this model, the GT3 Pro. This thing can definitely go over 50 miles per hour, or at least hit 50 miles per hour. The dual motor setup, the acceleration off the line is pretty crazy. I believe you do have a true throttle only start, which was not really a feature on the previous models. You actually had to hit the brake lever. You do have to hit the brake lever when you first start the scooter, but after that, you don't have to do it again. So that's quite an improvement. The deck feels really comfortable, very wide, very grippy. The suspension just feels a little bit more robust. It's a heavier scooter, so just keep that in mind. This is something that you'll probably need some dedicated storage, or at least some help when you have to lift it into a vehicle. It's pretty heavy. One nitpick that is similar to the original GT3 is that it doesn't have a proper way to lift the scooter from the rear. So you have this part of the frame, but you can't really grab onto it. So yeah, I'm not sure why they did that with the design. I do like the footrest over here. It's a good angle. If you're into Segway smart features, you have all those features in the app. So many different ways to customize a ride, and that's consistent across pretty much all of their vehicles that we've reviewed. So if you're into that stuff, you're gonna get all that. And then obviously all the integrated lighting, the turn signals, like this is something that can definitely keep up with traffic. I would recommend this for riders who are a little bit more experienced. It has a lot of pickup in the dual drive mode and race mode. You really have to brace yourself before you pin the throttle. So just keep that in mind. Definitely wear a helmet, and yeah, take it slow. If you've never ridden one of these things before, like a high-powered electric scooter, just figure out the best way to ride it that you're most comfortable with. The Segway GT3 Pro, solid recommend.
So, here's what we like. The Segway GT3 Pro brings plenty of standout features with a smart ecosystem that works smoothly across the board. It features a bold, futuristic design and has impressive dual motor torque that delivers strong and smooth power. But here's some things to consider. Its weight makes it tough to move around when not riding. The long list of smart features could feel like overkill for an electric scooter, and the overall power might be a bit too much for beginners. So, what do you think of the Segway GT3 Pro? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.